the garden. I added another little flower to our little vase. It's a thick seed, and I'm starting to think it gets its name from its pods, not the actual seeds. These are really heavy. It's like a club swinging around. It's only been a couple days since we filmed our last floating cutting episode, and I'm starting to see a little browning on this leaf. Notice how the lower leaf is a dark, kind of a greenish brown. I'm even seeing a little salt buildup. So everything that I was worried about happening after 3 weeks is kind of happening. There's plenty of room for this little cutting in here. We'll just nestle that into the soil, try and bury those roots, and get those bottom leaves just above that soil. So that's 2 of our 3 floating cuttings planted out. So we just have this one more, which is actually doing really well. And I really like that I can use this for cut flowers. This one I accidentally took when I was saving seeds again. That's how I took all of these. Just a little heavy-handed when I'm pulling off seeds. This has been a really fun experiment, and so far this is really healthy. Until I see those first signs of rot, I'm just going to keep it in this shot glass. But we'll see just how long this can last in water. The other ones lasted about 3 weeks. This is a sedum. This is a lovely little succulent that's really cold hardy. It's a perennial even here in Minnesota where we get really harsh cold winters. One of these little stems just broke off. It looks like it's already calloused over. But if you look up here, these little offshoots are setting out roots. So even though we lost a stem here, we're actually going to gain a bunch of new plants. I'll probably grow these indoors over winter. They do have really nice pink flowers. I really like these. It's kind of rare to have a succulent that survives our winters. But this is one that's come back year after year. We're not going to need these bottom leaves. Anytime you take a cutting, it's a good idea to cut back a lot of those leaves. So I'm going to cut just above the first tiny little sproutling. Just like that. And oh, check it out, we've already bumped off one of our little sprouts. Oh, I think we lost the roots. But we won't need that, so I'll snip that. But we could try to propagate these leaves. This one's probably too old, but you never know. Could save that. So I'm just pulling down. That usually works for me. Sometimes you can pull up, but I find down to be a more natural motion. We'll allow these to heal for a bit because that open wound needs to callus. But we're just going to do this all the way up till the leaves get nice and small. They're not going to transpire as much because this is really not going to be able to absorb enough water to support these really large leaves. So we'll just pop this in water. I'm not sure if those are immature flowers or if those are leaves, but we'll keep those. We might be able to pinch off this really large one. If we can take those roots with it, that'd be great. Or maybe just take a cutting, like a segment of the stem. Just like this. So this way we don't have to break it off of the plant. We can just plant this out. So we'll just bury those roots a little bit. That'll be cool. Now we'll just allow these to heal for about a day and come back tomorrow and plant out these little guys. Maybe this one too. We'll set our stem cutting in water and we'll probably just leave these out on soil. So I hope you stay tuned and see if we can propagate these sedums. Thank you all so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time.